Hello everyone. Some may know me by the name Slippery Jim. Some may know me as that balding git over there. Some may even know me as Thoroughly Absorbent. But most of you know me as Psychosin. Yes, this is a new series I'm doing here on the channel that at the moment is going to be called Psychosin's Retro Rambles. Basically because I can't think of a better name. If you think of one, obviously let me know. But the reason I'm doing this is because, well, there's two reasons, one of which I'll get into a bit later. But what many of you may not know is even though I'm primarily a music-based channel nowadays, well, music review channel I should say, this channel actually started as a gaming channel, and I have two loves in life, well, two main loves. Obviously I've got many loves in life, chocolate being one of them. But yeah, this channel actually started as a gaming channel back in the day. If you look at the very first vids I've done, I mean, yes, there's a review of a Radiohead album there as well, but there's also like an unboxing of Two Worlds 2, bit of an underrated game on that, but one day I'll get back to that. And you know, I had no gameplay footage, unfortunately, due to, well, I just never got round to being able to record any. But I got inspired to do this by another channel. Some of you may know it, Mensky, who does the One Credit Champ series. If you've never checked it out, go check it out. And what happened was he done a 5-hour live stream during the voting day, which funny enough was, I believe, either the day before the day of my actual birthday this year, but anyway, and he played a few games on there, and I thought, you know what, I've got to get round to doing this, got to get round to doing a couple of sort of let's play type stuff. And one of the games he covered on there is really what inspired me on there, because for reasons I will get into later. But yes, this is Psychosin's Retro Rambles. Got to try and get one of these done once a week, along with obviously the music reviews, etc. All depends on my time as well, and I will be trying to remember games that I played in my past that I have a personal connection to, and I can maybe speak a little bit about, and that I know how to play. That's probably the most important one. I would love to eventually do a couple of Xbox 360, Xbox One games, but at the moment I do not actually have the equipment to record the footage, so that's a bit of a bugger. But apart from that, let's get into this, shall we? Welcome to the first episode of Psychosin's Retro Rambles. As you can see, today we are going to be playing the Master System version of Ghostbusters. Now, I did say there was a reason for this. The reason being, on that live stream that Mensky did, he didn't quite know how to play it, and it seemed like loads of people in his chat room as well. Like, as somebody said, I'm 29 now, and I've been playing this since I was 3. I've never worked out how to play it. I know how to play it, let's just say that. I'm going to try and get as far as I can on this, hopefully show you more than just the map screen level, which is the first level, as it were. And yes, we shall see how this goes. I might totally suck at it these days. To be honest, this is my second time recording this playthrough, because I actually originally recorded this the other night about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I think I hit the wrong button during the recording because it only recorded about 20 seconds of it, so hopefully things will go a lot differently this time. Anyway, let's get into this. And so, as you can see, you can sing along with the tune. I can't, obviously I'm going to mute the music and that in the background of this video, because YouTube's copyright content, and it really can't do anything about that. But what you are going to hear, I'm going to replace it with a couple of unsigned bands and that. Right now, you're probably listening to, I think it's going to be Sugar Plum Suicide. Got to put at the end all the music I used in the background, so you can check the bands out if you like what you're hearing in the background, beyond me just sort of blathering on during the gameplay. Anyway, let's get some gameplay going, shall we? Strangely starting on the line that I hear it likes the girls, which is an interesting line. Now the continue start, for those who've never played this before, once you've played a game, you get given a code whether you win or lose, and with that code you can use the money you accrued during your last playthrough to start a new playthrough with, so you can get like a better vehicle, better equipment and all that. However, we've got to go for the normal new game start. Let's get that going. Initials PS for Psychosin. Welcome to the business world. You are now the proud owner of a new franchise. Oh, is it like a McDonald's? The bank will advance you $10,000 for equipment. That's great, but I'm in England, so pounds would be better for me, mate. Use it wisely. I'm going to use it to catch ghosts, which I'm surprised the bank was on board with. Anyway, let's push the button. You got your choice of 4 cars here. It's Ghostbusters. You got to pick the hearse. If you're picking anything but the hearse, what's wrong with you? Either that, or you're just clear not a fan of the movies, or maybe you've never seen them, in which case, stop this video, go watch the Ghostbusters movies, and then come back. Anyway, click the hearse. Now, I'll explain what everything does here. The PK energy detector, you get a bar at the top, and the closer that gets to being full, the more Marshmallow Man attacks happen. And if Marshmallow Man attacks happen, they destroy a building. It costs you money, costs you about $2,000. And obviously, money's quite important to keep in this game. The Marshmallow sensor, again, lets you know some buildings will glow white as you go past them. That will let you know that is the next building the Marshmallow Man is going to attack, and that an attack is imminent. Image intensifier. It's going to sound weird when I say this. You want that because if you don't have that, when you get to the buildings that are flashing red, where the ghost attacks are happening, the ghosts will be transparent. I know, transparent ghosts, who would have thought? But if with the image intensifier, it keeps them, really weird to say this, but it keeps them solid on your screen so you can catch them better. Super PK energy detector you really don't need. Same with that. Ghost vacuum's worth having because during the driving parts, you can suck up the ghosts for a little bit extra money. I'll explain that a bit better later on. Ghost bait, you need that. You need that because when a Marshmallow Man starts forming, you can use the ghost bait and it will put the ghost to you and stop the Marshmallow Man destroying a building. The ghost traps, you can't play the game without them. I'm going to get about 3 of these. Now the high capacity traps there, I'm not getting any because one, I can't really afford it, but I believe they allow you to catch 2 ghosts per trap, so you don't have to go back to the HQ to replenish your traps as often. Laser confinement system, I think that literally means you never have to go back to HQ unless your people get slimed. Super anion beam, not entirely sure what that does, but you don't need it. Ghost paralysis system, again, don't really need it. Turbocharger, I think, just makes the car go faster on the driving stage. Super ghost vacuum, again, don't really need defensive wall. Don't really need it. This game's not that difficult, to be honest with you. Anyway, should we get into this? I think we shall. There we go. And here you go, the map screen. Now, the building flashing red is where we're going. We are the Ghostbusters symbol. And we're in the driving stage. Now, you want to go to the flashing red buildings, that's where the ghost attacks are happening. Down the bottom right, you've got how far to the building. H to avoid the cars and that. And then we get here, and as you can see, the ghosts are solid, as it were. So you place your 2 men there, get the beams going, and yeah, there you go. Jobs are good, and first lot of ghosts caught, done, and you earn so much. Also keep an eye on the amount of traps we've got. When you run out, you can go down to the GHQ. I might as well do that to kill a bit of time. Now the 4 ghosts there, you can drive over them or stop them, and then when you drive in, they'll appear on this driving screen, and you can suck them up with the ghost vacuum if you bought it. It makes you a little bit of extra cash, can't remember how much, but there you go. The Ghostbusters HQ there gets you your traps back. Now the people wandering around are the Keymaster and Sigourney Weaver. I can't remember her name for the life of me. As you can see, the building is now called Zool, which if you've watched the film is a bit strange because Zool was the name of one of the guard dogs as opposed to the name of the building. So yes, there's a couple of few inconsistencies. Now the weird thing is, a lot of people, a bit of a whipping boy for a lot of people this game, I think it's a bit of a classic, as it were. I actually really enjoyed this game back in the day. Now I didn't play it until many years after its release because I started gaming-wise, started doing the classic Atari, and then I moved on to the Commodore 64, and then when I was about 8 or 9, I believe, I moved on to the Master System, and I finally got to play this game and got the Mega Drive after that. So most of my memories got to be like games from the Commodore 64 era, the Master System, the Mega Drive, etc. Now, just so you know, I've always been more of a Sega one. Nintendo, Didn't ever own a Nintendo console until I bought the GameCube many, many years ago, second hand for about 30 quid. Never really seen the appeal of like Mario Brothers and most Nintendo games. I know, blasphemy, but I was still always a Sega guy. It just seemed to be better to me. And I passed through that card somehow. That's a bit interesting. But obviously there's the big kind of elephant in the corner of the room as it is. The newest Ghostbusters film. I've no comment on it. That's not because I'm being like anti-females in films or anything. I've literally not seen it. I would rather see it than actually make a comment without seeing it. Now, as you saw there, the building was purple originally. If you go past the building and it flashes purple, and that means it's got to be attacked by ghosts imminently, so that's worth making your way there. See another load of them. See his PK energy in there, up the top left there. That will build up every time the ghosts reach Zool. They get progressively faster, and when that fills, Marshmallow Man attacks start happening. So yeah, always keep an eye on that. You do get more ghost attacks as we go along, don't worry about that. I know it's seeming a bit slow now, but they do get more and more frequent, and you can't make it to everyone, it has to be said. So apart from that, yeah, this is pretty much your first stage of the game, doing this, making money. And the reason you need money is because, for some reason, you can't actually attack the final boss and get in the final building. Whoops, there would be a bin thing there. You can't get in the final building without being rich. Basically, I don't know why that is. Apparently, Zool now charges you for a day trip or something to see him. I'll say Zool, it's called Goza, not Goza, Goza. But there you go. Bunch of Slimers here, so there we go. If you manage to catch only 3 of the ghosts but don't catch all of them in one sweep with that, one of you guys get slimed. You get 3 guys. If 2 of them get slimed, you have to go back to the Ghostbusters HQ and basically replenish your Ghostbusters. Purple building there, nothing there as of yet. So there we go. Oh, balls. He's done it again, and enough builders started flashing red then. You watch. There we go. As you can see, PK energy's getting up and more attacks are happening. So we'll do this. So I just want to say thank you. I mean, I noticed today we are on 147 subscribers to the channel. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you who watch my content and have subscribed to the channel. I really hope you're enjoying it. Obviously, I've got a load of series that I started and they've only done one episode and never got back to them. I will be getting back to those. Don't you worry. The podcast with At It Ghost as well. We are looking to try and get that done more regularly, but obviously with summer and festivals and that, along with our own work lives, etc., we can't always do it, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. Right, I'm out of traps, so back to the HQ. So yeah, with the channel, we'll keep it running. I love that you guys are subscribing. As I said, hopefully you're enjoying the content, and yeah, I'll keep bringing it. I'll keep bringing it as regularly as possible. Also put the link, if you want to become a patron, help me sort of get some money behind recording better footage, etc., like for the Xbox 360 games, etc. Feel free to donate to the Patreons. That helps me make the channel better as well. And I will start putting new goals on there now as well, for obviously this game videos, as it were. I'm rambling. You see, this is why I called it Psychosin's Retro Rambles, because I do just ramble on like a complete idiot. So yes, hopefully you're enjoying this video as well, and hopefully these hints and tips for about a 30-year-old game will help you. Possibly 30 years too late, but hopefully they will help you play it if you do go back to it and see why I still enjoy this game. Maybe I'm just an incredibly boring person, and that's why I always enjoyed this game. Entirely plausible, you know. I fully admit that, but there we go. Anyway, yes, as I said, the podcast with myself and At It Ghost, I will continue. We're trying to get other people to join us on the podcast as well. It's always good to have like third and fourth voice on there. Hopefully including the return of Sprinkles at some point for 1 or 2 of them. However, Sprinkles is currently pregnant, so obviously that takes precedent over appearing on Bleeding Podcast. So we shall see what happens there. So yeah, now the other reason I like this game is because there's never a game like this. It's unique in what it tried to do. Does it quite capture the feel of the Ghostbusters film? Kind of. Obviously, for an 8-bit game, it's pretty cool, I thought. Again, this might just be me enjoying some terrible, boring games, but I think it's a bit of a hidden gem. It gets its sort of unfairly maligned, as it were. I should really keep an eye out for them stop sign things instead of just crashing into them like some big fool. Anyway, yes, this is, as I said, the first stage. This is the longest stage in the game. You sort of go around doing this. The less ghosts you catch actually during this stage, the less time you get to make the money to actually get into the building to go into the next stage. So it is well worth doing this and keep going and get as many as you can, along with sucking up the ghosts as you drive along and try to stop them, along with the Marshmallow Man attacks, which will start happening at any moment, I am sure. So yes. Also, if you do pass over the two people, the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper, there we go, how can I forget that, then they actually drain your money. So try to avoid them as best as possible, but it's not always easy to do, it has to be said. But yes, as you can see, demonic banana pills there. So yes, we're going to keep this going, keep it going. I'm thinking of things to say. When it comes to the Ghostbusters movies, apart from the newest one, because I said, can't judge, not seen it, I was not against the idea of having female Ghostbusters. I've done it again. This is why I haven't got a driving licence. But anyway, when it comes to the Ghostbusters movies, first one's the best one. Second one, I think it's almost up there with the first one as well. As for I weren't against the idea of female Ghostbusters, it's a reboot. It's a fantastic idea. From all accounts, though, apparently not a great movie. I will have to get round to watching it. A lot of rewrites, apparently, which is never, ever good. A lot of, when you hear about rewrites and reshoots, seems to kind of kill it. And I kind of hope this hasn't killed the Ghostbusters brand again for a while, because I don't really want to have the the Spider-Man syndrome of where they keep rebooting the goddamn thing. You get like the origin stories and that again and again and again. Good Lord, we do not need many more origin stories of Spider-Man, for Christ's sake. I know Homecoming's come out, but not seen it. And to be honest with you, even I was saying about Spider, it's just literally because he's a good example. Oh, building turn right, then we're going to have an imminent Marshmallow Man attack. Don't worry, the Marshmallow Man attacks only happen when you're on the map screen, not in these driving sections. But yes, that's what I was talking about. When it comes to comic book characters, I always found Spider-Man a little bit annoying. Like, really goddamn annoying. And yet, I've seen every film on balls. There we go, so you get one of them. And I remember in one of the versions of this, when that happened, you press both buttons, you stop a Marshmallow Man attack, you had the ghost bait. Sorry, got a bit distracted there. Oh, no empty traps there. Helps if I can speak. What's I talking about? Yeah, Spider-Man just never appealed to me. And yet, I've ended up owning and watching every, good Lord, another one, owning and seeing every Spider-Man film, so we shall see. Although, Spider-Man have not done me wrong so far, it has to be said. There's been less good films, but none of them have been what I could call objectively terrible. It's like, people diss the, excuse the word diss, people put down the Incredible Hulk film. I honestly thought that was a really goddamn good film, and they should make more, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I suppose you could call the Incredible Hulk a little bit sort of one note in a way, but the human side of him is could do a bit more fleshing out as well, in a way. Also, well, I say that, obviously I'm not saying turn it into Michael Bay's Transformers film where it focuses too much on the human aspect, but yeah, I feel it's time we had a bit more Incredible Hulk love, you know? And that's a terrifying idea, Incredible Hulk love. Oh, yes. And before anyone points it out, yes, I am aware there was She-Hulk porn that actually involves the West of China. playing the She-Hulk. And if that weren't perfect casting, I don't know what was. Maybe not the porn side, but, you know, as the She-Hulk. I'm letting too much of myself be known here about what I've seen. Anyway, so yeah, continuing along with this. Why has it taken me so long before they take over the building? Obviously, it didn't take this long. I recorded the first draft of this video, so yeah, there we go. Another Bleeding Marshmallow Man attack. That worries me because with the Ghost Fate, you can activate it anytime you want, but it's best to do it only when the Marshmallow Man men attacks are about to happen, because you can actually run out. And you don't want to run out because you don't want to end up, don't end up losing money, basically. So there we go. I have no idea what happened to my voice there. But yes, as for what I'm going to play next after the Ghostbusters, my next video next week, I've not got a clue. I'm thinking there is a Commodore 64 game I've always wanted to cover, because it seems no one ever covers it. Oh, I can't move. The Gatekeeper and the Keymaster going to the Zool building, as that well-known building. Go to Zool and give him a dog treat. The second stage, here we are, people. You literally have to get past the Marshmallow Man. Now, on the Commodore 64 version of the game, I never got past this. This was nigh on impossible on the Commodore 64. Over here, they've made it a little bit more possible. Now, literally all you've got to do is full timing. Get yourself at the right angle, wait for him to go, and bam, done. On to stage 3, which, of all things, is a side-scrolling shooter. Which, a lot of people, you know, this could have just been the game. Button 1 fires diagonally, button 2 fires straight, and yeah, you just go up and try and get to the top of the Zool, as it were. There's 3 types of ghosts. You've seen them 2 there, the Slimers and the Banana Pill Ghosts. Oh no, there's 4 types, sorry. There's another Banana Pill Ghost that actually throws discuses? This guy, whatever you want to call it, at you. There he is, he's fitted with pain in the arse, so we'll get rid of him as soon as possible. And yeah. Oh, balls. You've got to get at least one of your men to the top. Now this is, I don't want to say luck based, because obviously there's some skill to it, but sometimes they spawn in the most annoying of places and proper do you in. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, and especially them ones that actually throw the disc things at you. So I'll do my best to try and get to the next stage, which is actually the final stage, because there is only 4 stages on this game. But as I said, it's an old school game, it's an old school Master System game. 4 stages. The fact that it had that much variety is a bit of a boon, shall we say. So there we go, doing a bit better here. There's the 4th type of ghost. So yeah, this is literally your 3rd stage. You go up, you do this, you do that, and jobs are good. But yeah, bleeding things. So yeah, keep going up here. We're getting to the top of the building here, so I've got to be very, very careful, and hope that no gets me. Oh no, there's a nose picking. There we are at the top. Boom, we're in. And we go on to the last stage of the entire game, which is where you take on Goza, or Gorza, as they're apparently called here. And yeah, it's literally this. You literally have to shoot that in the middle, avoid the doggies, and get Gorza's power down, and not get hit. Now, this is where I failed last time, on my last playthrough. But yeah, you do that. And hope the lightning don't hit you. Oh, good lord. It's basically a bit of a early prototype bullet hell shooter thing. I don't know whether I'm going to do this, I'm going to be honest. I used to be good at this, section, but for some reason I am doing very poorly. So yeah, it's not good. Oh, that's good. Go on. What the orange ping pong balls of doom. One more hit, go on. And he's done it. Look at that. His balls are down, apparently, otherwise known as Goza to general people. Congratulations. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You've saved the city and we'll go down in history as the hero who annihilated annihilate Gauza, the god of destruction. For your gallant effort, you've earned a reward of $5,000. Upon awakening from a deep slumber, Gauza attempted to destroy our great metropolis. However, you crushed his vicious plan and stopped him once and for all. You have thus restored peace and order to our beloved city. The end. So there you go. That is a full playthrough of Ghostbusters on the Master System. I'm impressed with myself because during the first playthrough that I recorded the other night, I failed, and I failed miserably on that last level. I thought I was going to fail again, but there you go. That is the ending of the Europe version of Ghostbusters on the Master System. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more of these videos coming once a week, along with the reviews and the podcasts to do with my music, to do with music and the radio show and the podcast with Attic Ghost. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to become a patron. Anything you donate to the channel is incredibly and massively appreciated, and it will go back into making the channel even better. Anyway, I have been Psychosin. This has been the very first episode of Psychosin's Retro Rambles. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
In my head I'm a god, oh my god, I'm a star. In my head I'm a god, oh my god, I'm a star. In my head I'm a god, oh my god, I'm a star.